Alright, in this tutorial we're going to talk about how we're going to begin to create the tools. So we have the program running to this point right now where you can click around, you can change the color of the circle, but that's about all you can do. So let's talk about what a brush is or what a tool is. You want to be able to use different tools in your program. And they'll all have some things in common and some things that are unique. And so in that sort of situation where you have many things that fit a category but are subtly different, you need to start thinking about having a superclass that represents the kind of general form of the object, and then having subclasses that represent the particular variety. So you might have tool class, which is what we're going to have, and then underneath that you will have a circle brush class that extends tool, and the common behaviors will be listed in the tool class, and you'll also have a square. We're going to have a square brush that extends tool, and we're also going to have a bucket fill tool that extends tool, and each of those will implement the things differently, but you can imagine that they have to draw, they have to have some things in common, so that's where this is coming from. So today we're going to create the abstract class tool that represents the common behaviors of these things, and really that's all we're going to do in this tutorial. So we create a class called tool, and this is going to be an abstract class. We are never, all abstract means is we are never intending to create any instances of a tool object because it's too general. It doesn't have anything specific. So our abstract class needs to have some protected variables which any extending class underneath it will have access to and can change. So it's going to have protected int x, y, and we're going to remember its width and its height. So every tool needs to know where it is going to be drawn on the screen and its width and height. Now they're kind of going to be representing brush strokes because we're going to save a list of these things that is going to be used to create our drawing. So it needs to know its protected color, and we need to give it a name, sorry. Protected color, and that's it for right now. So we'll need to import color, and we're just in this video going to be creating this kind of blueprint for other tools, and we're going to use just the basic one right now. So we're going to have a constructor, public void tool, and we're going to request some information. So like when a tool object is created, it's going to represent like one touch of a brush to the paint to the paint panel. So it needs to know where it is, so it's int x and int y position. It needs to know its width and its height. So we request that information upon creation, and it needs to know its color. So what we do here is we take in all that information. We say this.x equals x, this.y equals y, this.width equals width, this.height equals height, and this.color equals color. Now why is this upset with me? Oh, it's still okay. Oh, this.color equals this, not uppercase, okay. Lowercase. So that's the constructor at the moment. We'll add one more thing later on, but that's good for now. Now we're going to have, and this is a system I devised, so we're going to have public void set attributes. And this is going to be used by an outside class, and you'll see how it works. Sometimes these systems come into focus only after you kind of go through them for a little while. So this set attributes thing is going to be used by the paint panel to like gather this information and change which paint bucket G is using, and one other thing it's going to be used for the transparency when we get there. But for right now, all it does is change the color of the main graphics object of our program to that color. So G.setColor to the tool's color. And every brush stroke or every tool needs to be able to draw itself, public abstract void, but it's going to draw itself differently. So we make this abstract because no two tools will draw themselves in a similar way. So this is all we do for the abstract class tool at this point. And in the next video, we're going to actually make a tool that extends this one, and then you'll start to see these things come into focus a little bit more clearly. So each tool will draw itself differently, just to reiterate. So that's why this method is abstract, because they don't all draw each other or draw themselves in identical ways. So that's it for this video.